What is up, my dudes? It's your boy Beyblade Knight here, and I am back with a brand new awesome video for you in 3D printed Beyblade week, etc. Something. I don't. What is it actually called? 3D printed Bay week. Yeah, the newest installment in 3D printed Bay week, and we are talking about a new 3D printed Beyblade that I got, and this Beyblade is actually very special to me. So, as you know, the first ever 3D print, actually, I forgot, it's still zoomed in from the last video I did. Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm kind of bulk recording a little bit. If you don't know, this is my first ever 3D printed Beyblade, guy Scorpio, an absolute monster, a beast, he is insane. Alright, so, a little bit of backstory first. Guy Scorpio was not meant to be as OP as it is. It really was not supposed to be that OP. The only metal parts were supposed to be these pincers. The rest of this was not supposed to be metal. So it weighs a lot more than it should, and it destroys everything in its path. But as you saw in the last video, and if you haven't checked out the last video, you definitely should. I talked about another new 3D printed Beyblade, Blazing Aries, and that was the whole thing was that this is supposed to be the thing that stops guy Scorpio. Allergies, Jesus. I can't breathe. Okay. But anyways, so yeah, let's just get on to back to what I was saying. Yeah, this thing was not supposed to be as broken as it is. And so GT Base came out, and I realized that I have to make an evolution Scorpio, and yes, this is the video where I show you guy Scorpio's new evolution. And 3, 2, 1, boom! Here it is, Warrior Scorpio. And now here, let me get the parts off so you can see the layer itself. So here it is, Warrior Scorpio. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the name of this layer weight is. I'm not really keeping up with the layer weight names. But this bay has no metal whatsoever. So it is definitely, in terms of power, a downgrade to guy Scorpio. But I'm okay with that because, you know, I have my OP bay where if I want to I feel like destroying everything in my path, I use this. And, you know, if I want to have fun and, you know, like, actually challenge myself, I use this one. Alright, so let me talk a little bit about this. And as you can see, yes, it is a part of the, sorry for the shaky hands, Jesus, whew. Alright, as you can see, it is a part of the GT layer system, which it's, hold on, okay, there we go. I had to move the part. So yeah, it has a layer base, a chip, and a layer weight. So let's zoom in a bit. Okay, that's good. Alright, so yeah, it has all 3 parts. And let's just talk about the first part. Let's talk about the chip. Alright, so the chip, not a whole lot to say. I really did want this to be dual rotation, but it wasn't in the heart of the cards for it, so it's just left rotation. It can go on other bays. Here, I have a, y'all get out, this one, yeah, okay. Here I have Arc Bahamut. I'll just take this out and show you that it is compatible with other Beyblades. Give me 1 second. Okay, look, it's going on, blah blah. Pop it on, click it in, and boom, it does work with other Beyblades. Granted, it doesn't look the best with other Beyblades, but it still can work with other Beyblades. Alright, yeah, so there wasn't a whole lot to say about this. Its teeth are pretty good. As you can see, I actually did lose a teeth. And yes, I will admit, I haven't done a battle or 2 with it, but I did lose a teeth while I was just like, I don't know, putting it together and whatnot. But it's okay, it's not that big of a deal. It still works perfectly fine. Alright, now moving on to this. The only reason why I chose this is because it's good for balance purposes, and it just looked the best on the base. There's not a whole lot to say about that one. So yeah, let's move on to the layer base. Alright, here it is, the Warrior Lair Base. This does work with other bays. Here, I'll show you with this. Same thing, you know, it's compatible with other bays. Alright, so the Warrior Base, the Warrior Base, it still does have the free spinning, or not the free spinning, the free moving metal ball gimmick as its previous evolution. I just have not put them in yet, just because the space is a little bit smaller, so I have to find a different type of metal ball to put in there. But it is not that big of a deal. And as you can see, I did add a bit of decoration and color to it just to make it look a little bit better. And now, when I do battles, the paint might kind of come off. Like, as you can see there, a little bit of paint came off. But it's usually, oh, right there, a lot of paint came off. But it's usually not that big of a deal, because it's paint. I can just paint it back on. But it's never had a super big problem where, like, a bunch of paint comes off. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. This thing is actually pretty good. I will admit, I have done a battle with it, like I said at the beginning, and because I wanted to see how it did against a left spin Beyblade. And because, as you may know, this thing literally broke left spins, and I'm not even over exaggerating. I made a whole video about how it would break a left spin Beyblade with Horizon Requiem, which you definitely should go check it out. It is a bit of a longer one and kind of like a lot of cuts in it because there was just a lot of boring battles in between. But yeah, you should definitely go check it out. But back onto the subject of the video, I did do a battle with it. I did it against this bay, which is called Dread Bahamut. Yes, it's called Dread Bahamut. And if you didn't know, Dread Bahamut is a really good bay in terms of burst resistance. And now, Warrior Scorpio, have to get used to that. Warrior Scorpio was able to burst this thing consistently. That's a huge deal, to be able to burst this thing consistently. So yeah, this thing is actually really good. And kind of go on to more detail with the design aspects of it. This is kind of like the exoskeleton right here, kind of like the spine part, and we have the pincers. So, or not the pincers, the stinger. So yeah, let's just put this back together, and I will move on to the parts of Warrior Scorpio. And boom, it is back together. Here it is. It looks really good. I actually really do like this Beyblade, and it is pretty good too. Alright, moving on to the parts of it. For the disc, I chose a round, and now it should be pretty easy to tell why I chose a round. One, because it sticks with the free spinning ball gimmick, and two, it is purple, which really does match it quite nicely. And because it is a GT Bay, you have to go with the gimmicky heavy disc for it. So a round actually does work with it very well. Alright, now moving on to the driver. Kind of a wild card move. I did make a driver for this thing, but it didn't work. It had some balance issues where it would not work properly, which really does suck because I was really excited to use it. So for a alternative, I decided to use Extend Plus. And now Extend Plus is a really good driver, and it is a balanced type driver, which, if you didn't know, despite the color scheme, yes, Gaia Scorpio is a balanced type. And this thing works actually really well on Extend Plus. So, you know, I did a few test battles with it, and the whole reason why I did that was to find a proper driver because the custom one didn't work. But yeah, with all of the parts said, let's put this thing together. It does have pretty good teeth. It doesn't have super broken teeth like, to say, like Spriggan Requiem, or not. Whoa, hold on. a couple generations too early. Lord Spriggan but it still does put in the work. Alright, and now to do some weighing of it, let's get the scale out. Alright, I have a few bays I'm going to test the weight with. I have Lord Spriggan, I have, oop, I thought that was clipped together, my bad. I also have Zvi Longinus and Ace Dragon. You know, just a few bays to kind of really test how much it weighs. Alright, so let's check out the layer itself. The layer weighs, let's see, 30 grams, which is pretty good, I think. Here, I'll check this one. 30 grams. Yeah, 20. Wow, it weighs a whole 10 grams heavier. Oh yeah, by the way, I haven't told you this. It is ginormous. Look at the size comparison. What is that? Like, are you kidding me? It is huge. This black part is like the cutoff point. Like, if I recover this, that's how big Ace Dragon is. No, it is ginormous, which I'm sure that's where all the weight came from. Alright, and now let's put this bad boy together. Alright. Boom. It's all together. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 64 grams. Okay, so it weighs, I think it weighs 1 gram more than Ace Dragon, which is actually a pretty big deal considering the fact that Ace Dragon has a bunch of metal for a driver. So it weighs 64 grams. Let's see. Ace Dragon. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, wait. Give me a sec. Gotta turn it off and turn it back on to restart it, because it did that weird thing. Alright, here. Ace Dragon weighs 63.3 grams, which is still pretty heavy. Here, let's check it out in comparison to Zvi Longinus. Warrior Scorpio weighs 65 grams, and Zvi Longinus weighs 59 grams. So it's heavier than Zvi Longinus. And now let's check out Lord Spriggan. 58 grams. So yeah, this bay is actually pretty heavy in weight. I think Diablos actually still outweighs it, but only by like a gram. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so this is the Evolution 2 Gaia Scorpio. And now, if you're gonna ask for battles with it, I'm telling you right now, I will not do a battle between these two. One, this is made completely out of plastic, has no metal, so I already know that Gaia Scorpio is gonna win. Two, Gaia Scorpio breaks left spins, and I'm not trying to put a left spin against it. So yeah, I will not be doing battles between any of the three, like, really broken, overpowered bays. I will only be doing battles with other GT bays. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you were hyped about this Beyblade, and if you are excited for more Beyblade videos to come in Bay 3D printed Bay week, be sure to leave a like on the video. And if you have the time, be sure to subscribe. It's not a requirement, but it is always appreciated. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you beautiful people next time. Peace.